Hello, so today I thought I'd do a video on the things that I do to help keep my life simple. For me, I came across like minimalism or simple living through going zero waste actually. So I did an experiment for I think around like 6 months when I was living in London, and yeah, I basically did my best to live as waste-free as possible, and through that I kind of discovered a more simple way of living, because you kind of revert back to more old school methods yeah, of like purchasing things and cooking and all this sort of stuff. So through that I then kind of got more interested in simple living, and then I kind of discovered Con Marie's books. And even though Con Marie isn't the same as minimalism, some of her ideals of, you know, are similar to that of minimalism. And yeah, I really love Japan, I really love Japanese culture, and so reading her books sort of really connected to me through that, because I've been to Japan a couple of times. So yeah, just reading her books helped me to then hone in even more, and then did more research into minimalism and like the minimalists and all this stuff. But anyway, I'm just going to share the things that I do to help keep things simple. So the first one is I basically don't live in the idea that I need backups of everything I own. You know, if you like open your toiletry cupboard or something like this, you'll see that you like backup. You have backup toothpaste, you have another toothbrush in case the other one gets old, you have backup shampoos and conditioner, you've got more than one moisturizer on the go, like all these things. It's like it just becomes a bit overwhelming. So for me, I just have one of everything I need. And you know, say I do run out one day and I don't have time to go to the shops for a couple of days, it's okay. Like, you know, if I don't get to condition my hair for even a week, it's not the end of the world. So yeah, I just don't live with this idea of backups. And it's the same goes for clothing. Like, you know, I'm trying to work my way through my clothes because I realized I had so many, like, you know, underwear and socks is something that you just, and tights that you can collect loads of. And right now I have like hundreds of socks and tights and underwear in my cupboard that I just don't know how I got to that point, but it was because this idea that I need backups in case, like, you know, I run out of something or I don't have time to do washing. But you know, if you don't have loads of backups and you don't have, you know, if you just have like 10 days worth of outfits or something like this, you do end up having to do the washing out of necessity instead of having like a massive closet and then only ever doing the washing like when it really gets down to the wire. So for me, just sort of eliminating backups. I mean, the only thing I believe you need backups in is shoes, because if your shoes break, you do need shoes, and I know that shoe shopping is the most frustrating thing for myself anyway, so I always have sort of backup shoes, which actually leads me on to another point, is my shoes. So, well, okay, the other point is like quality over quantity. So I've decided to spend more money on like one item rather than getting like 3 pairs of another thing. So this goes for my shoes. So my shoes are, you know, roughly quite expensive, but I've been able to re-heel them and resole them so many times. So I can show you, they're pretty dirty. They're on my feet at the moment. So this is my shoe, and I think it costs, they were like $200, just like basic leather boots. But I have re-heeled them and resoled them like 3 or 4 times, and each time you do it, it's only around $15. So for a $200 shoe to last me so long, and then also be able to like renew it and almost get a brand new pair of shoes 3 times, sorry, I'm putting my shoe back on, is, yeah, it's really great. And this is something that I suggest everyone does. Like, this is one of the things that I picked up when I was trying to be more waste free, is actually, instead of just like going through loads of cheap shoes, actually just spend, you know, a big sum of money on one nice pair and then really look after them and take good care of them. So that's another thing that I do. So like the quality over quantity thing, and that goes for many different items in your wardrobe, because the, you know, clothing is something that you wear every single day, like a good bra over like a couple of cheap bad ones. It's just, you know, just simple things like that. Just with clothing that is worn every day is a good thing to really invest in staple pieces as well, that don't necessarily have to be in any fashion trend. It's just you wear them every day regardless, like black jeans, which I'm wearing now as well. Another thing I kind of stopped buying and getting involved in was like magazines, and also just accepting any free handouts or leaflets or yeah, anything like that when you go to the shops. I just, anytime anyone tries to offer me anything on the street, I say no thank you. Like, it's not being rude, I just simply don't want another thing, and I don't want to have to go to the hassle to bring it home and then throw it in the bin. It's wasteful, you don't really need it. So that's another thing. And I also stopped buying books. I used to buy quite a few books, but I used to never get around to reading them, so that's another thing I kind of stopped doing. And I went, you know, the only books that I keep are the ones that I really love, and then anything that I don't really love or think I'll go back to or use it as a reference, I actually just hand on or donate or pass to someone else. Another main thing that I kind of want to suggest to anyone who wants to start a minimal lifestyle or whatever is just use up what you have. I hate this minimalistic, even Con Marie vibe, where as soon as someone thinks they want to live a minimal life, they just go and throw out so much stuff in your house, when one, you can use it up, especially if it's like this kind of thing, like toiletry products and stuff like this. Use it up. Like, why do you have to throw it out? Are you that impatient to start your brand new lifestyle? Like, and it actually is more rewarding, I found, when I like used up a product. I'm like, yes, one down, like one more down, some more to go, and that for me is more rewarding than, yeah, just going away and throwing everything out. And like, if you do feel like, oh, I can't use it up, like books or clothing and things like this, you can pass them on to friends. And even toiletry products you can pass on to friends and family, and you can't donate toiletry products, but if they're like been used or something like this. So yeah, that's another thing, just use it up. Like, that's what I'm doing. Like, I have loads of underwear in my cupboard that, you know, I do kind of just want to get rid of, but I don't want to get rid of because I know a charity store's not going to take my old underwear, so I'm just going to wear through it until, yeah, it's no longer, you know, needed anymore. I can no longer use it anymore, or I can repurpose it, turn it into rags or whatever it might be. But yeah, this is a horrible mentality where we feel so privileged that we can, you know, start our new lifestyle and just throw everything out. And it's, yeah, just use up what you have, and it's, you know, you actually then get to learn to love and appreciate what you do have, rather than just throw everything out and then go get the things that you like more. It's just such a backwards thing, and it drives me nuts when I see these, like, yeah, videos where they just throw everything out. Like, I've done a decluttering video on toiletries, but the things I was getting rid of went all to family and friends. Like, I did not throw one. I threw like one thing out, which was like a really horrible lip gloss that was like out, just like no one could use it because I'm pretty sure it was like off. But apart from that, everything went to friends. So that's like one of my big pet peeves. Another thing that I do on a day-to-day basis, just to like keep things clean and keep things organized and keep on top of things, is just the very simple rule of, if it takes less than a minute, just do it. Just do it then. Like my bed, I make my bed every morning because it takes me less than a minute, and it's really simple. If it takes me less than a minute to pick something up on the floor and put it back where it belongs, like, just do it. And another thing is like finding a home for everything, and this was inspired from Con Marie, is that she really emphasizes finding a home for all your things that all the things that you own, because they deserve to like have a rest and go back into their place. And yeah, once you find a home for everything, it's very simple and very easy to then clean up. And if you combine like everything has a home and less than a minute rule, pretty much you should never have clutter anywhere. Like, it's just simply everything goes where it needs to be. So yeah, they were like the main things that I do on a day-to-day basis. Oh, another thing I do, which is like no, don't worry. It's going to show you a reusable water bottle. That makes life simpler, because then just one bottle, I don't know, that's a silly thing. Anyway, yeah, that's everything. I hope this is in some way helpful or insightful. Yeah, let me know if any of these things make sense, or if they don't make any sense at all, because they're just what I do, and it really works for me, and I hope it can work for some other people out there. Anyway, thanks for watching. See you later.